Welcome in, everybody, to continue the Forward Down the Field Week 4 Fantasy Podcast. Let's dive right into it, everybody. Here we go. Jack, 0-3, 124 projected points, traveling to the BRINA Bed Bath and Beyond's. 1-2 picked up her first win last week. Her projected points is 142. Let's address the elephant in the room here. Jack is 0-3. Jack has a season high point of 115 points. Britta's excited for this one. I personally know. She let me know that she got her big win last week. She's pumped up for that. She likes her squad, and she knows what the situation is. She knows that she could make Jack 0-4. Make no mistake about it. Okay. She is licking her lips at this. She can't wait to watch it. She wants to lay the hammer on this. And by the way, I honestly do think Brenna's team is poised for a good push throughout this season. So let's see how it all plays out. But yeah, I think Brenna is projected up to be a top 8 team. How things sit right now, and how her team looks, and how it could look moving forward. But yeah, the eyes will be on the Dublin game in this one. Jack's got some people going. Let's look at this real quick. Let's pull it up. Yeah, Jack has his wide receivers, Metcalf and JJ, going in this one. He's going to need games from both of them if he's going to have a chance. Okay, and Brenna as well. She's got the Steelers defense going and Hawk, so she'll be wanting to watch this game Sunday morning. It's gonna large part's gonna come down to that Sunday morning game over there, boys. Who do we got? Do we want Jack to be 0-4, or do we want Brenna to be 2-2? Okay. Yeah, we want Brenna to be 2-2 and Jack to be 0-4. Jack, here's a bold prediction of mine. I believe you're going to have a new season high in points, but it's not going to be enough this week against Brenna. Brenna gets the win, improves to 2-2. Jack's still searching for answers, falls 0-4. Marty 0-3, projected for 126, facing Adam 2-1, projected for 139. Adam's team is going to come in pissed off after putting 148 last week, only to lose. Okay. Sertan is going to be shadowing Chase for Marty. Williams rushing against Green Bay, probably going to be down in that game. I don't know how much use he's going to get. I don't love Pitt backs against the Vikings. I know he has got Gainwell. Not a fan there. I do like all three tight ends of Marty's, though. Maybe he'll actually start all three. If so, he might keep this close. My wife just got home, everybody. I was just talking about you. Want to tell anything to Jack real quick? I told him how excited you are that you have a chance to make him 0-4.
Get ready for another loss, Jack.
See, you guys, I don't lie. She knows what the situation is. Welcome home, babe, from work. We're gonna be going to the cider mill here in a little bit. It's our niece's 1 year birthday, so I'm gonna go get my cinnamon sugar donut and take some photos. But anyway, I do like all three of Marty's tight ends this week. I think Herbert, the tight ends, make it interesting, but Adams just overall team. The message sent last week by Brenna, that team that in that locker room, they're gonna be fired up. They're gonna get the win for Adam. Adam's gonna improve to 3-1. Marty will fall to 0-4, and that will indeed set up a battle of the winless teams. Marty versus Jack in week 5. Everybody, get your popcorn. That's going to be exciting. All right, next matchup: Jeff versus Shane. Okay, Jeff 2-1, projected for 134. Shane 2-1, projected for 132. This is going to be a fun one, everybody. I do like Bill Krosky Merritt and Caleb Williams to both have good games for Shane. I don't love Warren and Dublin against the Vikings. I've already touched on that. Jeff will need to capitalize off of Golf, Achan, JSN, and Nico to win. I know everyone's being like, well, no shit, but I'm saying I don't think outside of those players, he's really going to be getting much from his lineup, and he's going to be needing probably 2 or 3 to get him, I would say, around 25 points. I would like Pickens for Shane, but I don't know how often Prescott's going to have time to pass with Micah Parsons barreling down on him. But this is a true toss-up of 2-1 teams, you guys. But give me Jeff and give me the under in total points. Next matchup, we're going to go to Bird, 1-2. He's put up points this year, everybody, but he just can't get some wins going. Fallen, I believe, back-to-back weeks. Um, he's projected for 144, over 140 once again for the fourth straight week. Dom fell to 1-2 last week. He's projected for 135 points. I really do like Bird's starting lineup, but I don't love the Bucks this week on the road in Philly. Sertan will all but likely shadow chase, which should be good for Higgins and Dom. So I don't know if the no Burrow situation will benefit anybody this week uh against Denver. However, yeah, if anyone's going to get it going, I could see Higgins maybe getting a few more targets and receptions because of Sertan. But yeah, I'm going to go with against my instinct in this one. I am going to go against Dom, but I do like Bird's team. If it wasn't for the Bucks going on the road against Philly, I'd probably be taking Bird in this one. Next matchup, we got Jim, 3-0, projected for 143, taking on Jeremy, who somehow is 2-1 when his high score is 114 points. I smell fraud, Jeremy. I smell fraud big time, and Jim does too. He's going to expose you this week. Jim's team is going to exceed projection and really just lay a smackdown, Jeremy, this week. I mean, let's go over your guys' matchup this week, okay? Let's go through it. Let's pull it up here. Here it is. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's just going to be Jim. Enough said. Moving on to the next game, everybody. Drew, 2-1, projected for 105. It's going to most likely be around 125. Faces me, 2-1, projected for 141. I'm not going to lie to everybody here on the podcast. These teams have been going in opposite directions ever since the draft began. Okay. Big losses to Drew's mediocre roster. Last week, CD goes down for God knows how long, with God knows what. Who cares? Oh, not to mention James Conner went down. And that really benefited my team in having Trey Benson. Thank you very much, Drew. Big roster for a top contender in week three after week three. I mean, I like where my team's at. I'm not ready to say I'm going to win a championship by any means, but I like where I'm at right now. I do think Allen, Nakua, and Laporta are going to have big weeks, and Drew's going to fall to 2-2. And I don't think this one's going to be close either. We're starting to smell the fraudulent people in the league. As this season creeps up, we're starting to see who is who. But yeah, next week I already talked to Jeremy. We're already talking about doing the podcast together next week. He said he's going to make time, so hopefully we can welcome Jeremy back with open arms. With the power rankings going into this next week of fantasy football, everybody, I do have Jim at 1, uh, Jeff at 2, myself at 3, Adam at 4, and BRINA and Bird at 5. Thank you very much, everybody. Go Lions and go Blue.